Hello everyone. If you can hear me, just type something in chat. Do let me know if you can hear me. Type yes, no. Hello Dina, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type yes. At least this time video is working. Wonderful. So audio is also fine. I think there is some issue with when I schedule the live, because when I test, what I usually do is I go to live and I just press on go live and it seems to be working fine. But whenever I schedule it, it gives some issues. But seems like it is working fine now, so that's a good thing. We'll wait for like 2-3 minutes more to join more people if they want to. After that, we will start. But you can always post your questions in the chat, and I will pick them one by one. Today, I have few questions with me that I will be answering first before taking all the questions from the chat. So that's how we'll be going. And also, I will be talking about few crucial things, like about the influencers, what they are doing on YouTube, and they are influencing people in a wrong way, which is not something uh, which I recommend. But then I can't control this. But it is what it is. So yeah, I will be talking about that so that I will inform you guys about that thing, so that at least you can be alert about that. And also, I'll talk about how to message people on LinkedIn, and then I have some questions that I'll be taking off. So yeah, we have four people for now. Um, I think we can start, and when people will join, they can always ask questions, and if they want to see, they can go to the beginning of the video and they can replay it. So yeah, let's start. The first thing that I want to talk about is the reality of these online courses and the influencers, what they are doing. So there are many big courses. They cost around 1 lakh to 2 lakh, or maybe more than that. So they are reaching out to the YouTubers, influencers, so-called influencers, and they want them to review their course, and then they are asking them to tell. When the influencers ask them, "Can I do an unbiased review?" So they are like, "Okay, you can do that." But then the overall video should be positive. I mean, if the overall video should be positive, if you are telling them, how can that be unbiased review, right? So that is something which I don't like. But then what influencers are doing, they are taking money from the courses, and they are talking about all the things, like all the positive things about the course. And also they are mentioning in the starting of the video that this video is not sponsored by any course, but then it is actually like actually it is sponsored. So what when they ask you to click on the link in the description, try to see that if they have any unique ID in the link or something. Because what I did was, uh, hello Aryan. So I what I did, there was this girl on the YouTube, and she was like, she was talking about some data science course. I'm not going to talk about the course. So she clearly has no idea. She clearly had no idea about the course, and she was talking, this course is good. It is covering machine learning also, so that's a good thing. But if a data science course which is not covering machine learning, then it's not worth taking at all. And so that is the thing. And then she was like, this video is not sponsored by the course. And when I clicked on the link, just to see that is there any unique ID, her channel name was mentioned in that link. So she had that affiliated link. It's possible that she could have generated affiliated link by going to the website, but I personally could not find any such tool where I could generate affiliated link of that course. So I am assuming that the course was actually or the video was actually sponsored by the course which she was talking about. And then there was this guy who was like, this video is not sponsored by this course, and he talked about all the good things, and he had around 20K subscribers or something. And then in the comment section, people were like, "Thank you, bro, for telling so many useful things, and then we will definitely take that course." So I felt really bad for those people because it's not their mistake, because they are trusting that guy, but then he is taking uh, advantage of people and the viewership he is having, and then he is making money from the course and then giving wrong information to people, and the people who are actually helping him to keep his channel running. If they will decide to unsubscribe him or not watch him, he will not be anything, right? But then he is taking wrong advantage of people, so that's a bad thing. I mean, I don't really like those things. So that's why I have not taken any sponsorship on this channel. But if in future, if I have to, what I think about sponsorship is, if I really like some product, so let's say there is this a platform where you can find job, right? So there is this good platform, and I personally feel like this platform is really good, and I want to suggest that platform to many people. So what I can do is I can reach out to that platform. I'll be like, I want to tell my viewers that this platform is really good, and I want to suggest it to my people, so would you like to sponsor my video? So if they agree to sponsor my video, then well and good. If not, then I will still suggest that platform to my viewers, because I personally think it's worth investing in, at least time, if it is free, or if it costs something, then at least I will feel like that money is worth paying. So that's how the sponsorship should work. That's how what I think. But what's going on in the market is really really bad, so that is something which I don't like. And the next thing that I would like to talk about is LinkedIn. So I get a message on LinkedIn, like so many messages I get. And yesterday I spent like more than 2 hours to reply to 50 plus messages. I still have few messages to reply to, which I will get back to. But then the thing is, it takes quite a lot of time from my side to reply to them. And the thing is, some people, they just uh, they are like, when they send connection, I accept their connection, and they're like, hi, or hi Roshan, that's all. What I would suggest you is, rather than just hi or hi Roshan, it's better to put all your questions what you have in that. Because the thing is, you said hi, and then I will say hi to you, and then you will come back with your questions, and I will take my time to reply to those questions. It will waste your time. It will take time for me also, but then it will waste your time more. So what I would suggest you is, whenever you send connection, in the connection request also you can add questions if you like. But if you want to wait for accepting the connection, I usually accept connections pretty quickly. But then it takes time for me to reply to all the messages. It's simply because I don't reply to any of the messages in hurry, because that won't be good for you, and it won't be good for me, because I don't want to provide any wrong information. So that's why I take my time. I take out certain hours in a day for people to reply their messages, and that's how I reply messages. So I would suggest you to send your messages in the uh, invite connection, or at least after accepting the connection, and don't just say hi. And if I'm not replying to you within like 48 hours, drop a message of like it's a reminder, or it's a kind reminder or something like that, so that your messages will come up. What I usually do is I tend to go to the bottom of the message, and then I start replying from the word, so that I don't miss any of the questions. But then it's fine that if you that the thing is, if you send me a reminder message, that way I will know that okay, this could be a very urgent thing, or he actually want to know or something. So that is the thing. And if you just send your message and if you forget, then probably even I will feel like, I usually don't do that, but I'm just telling you the mentality of many people. So I will feel like, okay, this might not be as important, or maybe this person would have got the information already. So that is the thing. And also, most of the questions that I get on LinkedIn are already answered in many of the videos that I have. So you can ask your question. I don't mind that. I'm happy to reply, because even I was in your shoes, and I have tried asking questions to many people, and then some people replied and many people didn't. So I try to reply to all the messages. But after you have put down your message, just try to Google, or just go to my channel and scroll through the videos. I would highly suggest you to go to playlist section rather than videos, because in videos it will be hard. In playlist, I have uh, structured all the videos in a proper way. So if you have a basic idea in which section your theme should align, you can go to that playlist and you can watch that. So that is something you can do. That way you will be able to find that answer. And if you are able to find something useful from the video, just let me know in the message so that I know that you have got what you wanted. And I will not type the whole paragraph, because if any of you here who have talked to me on LinkedIn, I don't just give one line answer or something. I try to explain my answers, so it takes time. So yesterday I was replying and it took more than 2 hours or something. So it takes significant amount of time from my schedule. And also I'm not getting anything. I mean, I'm doing that just to help people, because the people who I have replied to in past, and when I post something on LinkedIn, I barely get like what, 5, 10 likes, or maybe maximum 20 likes. And out of those, maximum are from my college, or very few of you who have connected on LinkedIn. So the thing is, people come and they ask questions, and then once they are done, they will just go away. So there is nothing that I am gaining. I'm just trying to help you guys, because, like I told you, I have reached out to many people when I needed help, but very few came back, and I don't want to be like those people who don't reply. So I try to help you, but then yeah, there is this thing that if you can put your questions in a proper structured format, and if you can send a reminders, that way I will be able to help you even more. And sometimes I also get mails, and then people are like, just say question mark, question mark, question mark as a reminder. So that's not a good thing, I mean, I don't mind that, because uh, for whatever reason, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if I get time, I will reply. But then if you do that to other people, maybe they won't like it. So don't do those kind of things. It's not good. So yeah, these were the things which I wanted to talk about. Now I have some of the questions already noted down, so I will reply to those questions, and then I will uh, come to the questions which we already have in the comments in the chat. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So the first thing is, I got a question. It was like, should I go for data science or data analytics? So the thing is, you can go for anything. I mean, if whatever you like. Data analytics is mainly for analyzing the data, getting the gist out of the data, and getting the information from the data. So that is something what data analysis is about. Data science is a big umbrella term. Data analysis come inside this, and then there is machine learning part also. Then probability deployment also. If a company is very small, then you will have to deploy your models as well. So these all things come under data science. So if you are into machine learning, deep learning, or data engineering, or those kind of things, and if you are not able to find a specific course just for that thing, I would highly suggest you to go for data science. But if you know that you want to stick to analyzing the data, visualizing the data, and those kind of things, then go for data analysis. So yeah, this is the question. And then there was another question about Newcastle accommodation. So I'm studying in Newcastle University, and I've been in the city for more than 9 months now. So I have fair bit of idea about the area which we have here. So if you are going for any student accommodation near university, you will be just fine. All the student accommodations are really good. Maybe some accommodation will have small rooms, some accommodation will have bigger rooms, so that is there. But those are really good. And I also have a video about how to find cheaper accommodations in Newcastle or in the UK. So if you want to check out that video, you can check that out. But the thing is, the ways which I have told in that video is, you will be able to find some cheaper accommodation, but then there might be a slight risk there. I have talked about everything in that video, so just go check out that video. But if you want a simpler way and peace of mind, then you can try different platforms like Ember Student is there, then Uni Echo is there. There are many. I mean, if you just search for student accommodation and you search your accommodation on that, you will be able to find something useful. I will make a dedicated video about how to find, specifically first, how to find student accommodations. So if if that video helps. So yeah, next is a sponsorship job related to data science or something. I again have a video about this, but I will just answer this in a short. To find a sponsorship job, it's hard, but it's not impossible, because some of the people are actually getting sponsorship jobs, and it's been working for them. but it's hard to find sponsorship job because with this PSW, 2 years of PSW in the UK, companies are trying to tell you that you should take uh, PSW because that will save 2 years of sponsorship for them, and maybe after that they will sponsor. And then there was this also question that is it is it 100% that you will get sponsorship after that? So it depends on company to company. If a company is big, so there are more chances that you will get sponsorship. But if a company is small or if it's a startup and if they're not registered on the sponsorship list of the UK government website, then probably they will not be able to sponsor you. So that is the thing. You can always check out which companies are verified for sponsorship. So you can do that on UK government website. So that's there. Now, so yeah, there is this question: what should I learn if I want to get into data science, if I want to get into data engineering, and if I want to get into data analysis? So I have noted down all the key things that you should be focusing on. So for data science, you want almost everything, such as programming in Python or R, mathematical concepts, statistical concept, data visualization. SQL is there, big data concepts are there, machine learning and deep learning. So these are things which comes under data science, and that was the reason which why I took data science courses, because uh, I'm mostly interested in machine learning and deep learning. So and there is I mean there is no specific course for just machine learning. So that's why I chose data science. For data engineer, you should focus on again programming, Python or data visualization again, because if you want to do some data engineering something, basics of data visualization you should know. And SQL is very important part here, and big data is again very important. So SQL and big data are, and Python or R, these things are very important for a data engineer. Data analysis or data analyst, you need to know Python or R, and statistics, of course, because if you are doing some data analysis, so you want to know that if your analysis is good enough or if your analysis is reliable enough. So for that you need to do some statistical modeling or statistical inferences you have to use. So those things, for this, statistics is very important. If you don't know calculus or algebra or something, that would be fine, but still you need to know at least statistical parts. So that's there. And data visualization is again important here, because you will be visualizing the data and you will be making dashboards. So here Power BI and Tableau comes into picture. Or if you are able to make very nice interactive plots using Matplotlib or Seaborn or Plotly or something like that, so you will be just fine. And SQL is again very important, because you will be taking out data. Usually companies have this data engineering team which will handle the SQL part, but then if a company doesn't have this part, then you will have to handle it on your own, so you'll have to use SQL. So that is there. When to start, the next question is when to start application process. If you are going to do masters in, let's say, 23 September, so you should start your application from September 22, so at least 1 year before the commencement of the course. And I would suggest you to be ready with your IELTS score. Here in the UK, some of the universities don't ask you to have IELTS score, but if you have IELTS score, it will be beneficial for you for your visa process also. So just to be on a safer side, it's advisable that you should take IELTS. So yeah, at least 1 year before you should start applying, because the sooner you apply, the better will be the chances of getting acceptance from the university. And there is this question. It is actually an important question. Object-oriented programming for data science. So how much object-oriented programming you need? So if we compare it from a software engineer's perspective, maybe not that much, but you still need some understanding of object-oriented programming, because if you are making a prototype or something, that is just fine. You don't really need any object oriented programming in that. But if you go to company and if you are handling the deployment part as well, then you will have to structure your code in a proper uh, classes and objects and all the four pillars of object oriented programming. So you need to know about those things so that you will be able to do that. So if you are just learning and getting into that, maybe you will be able to do things without object-oriented programming. But once you start working in the industry, then you will need object-oriented programming. And for interview parts, If you are going for data science interview, maybe they will not ask you very heavy object oriented programming, but it's good to have a little bit of knowledge. So for my interview, there were few questions related to object oriented programming. So I was comfortable to answer those things, so I was able to clear. But then if I had zero knowledge of oops, then I would have just missed it. So yes, I would highly suggest you to have at least basic understanding of object oriented programming. So yeah, these were the questions that I already have. Now I will go through the questions that we have in the chat. But before, let me take a small water break. So the first question is R versus Python, Tableau versus Power BI. So I mean Python is very popular among all the companies, but then what I have seen here in the UK, many companies are actually heavily relying on R as well. So because here in the UK, the companies actually work very closely with the universities that we have here. Like in India, we have the companies, they work uh, generally they work standalone and they are not collaborating much with the universities. But then here most of the companies are actually collaborating with universities, and then universities are very heavily relying on R. So there are many companies, they are actually doing their data analysis, data processing, machine learning, everything in R. But then the companies which are actually making use of very heavy lifting machine learning thing and deep learning specifically, they are using Python. So it's actually hard because I know I have learned both R and Python, and because of that, I have a wider market, job market for me. So I would suggest go for both. But if you are someone who is very new to programming, I would suggest you to stick to Python. But then most of the courses are taught in R, so it's a confusion. If you can manage both language, that would be really good. But you can start with Python, and it won't take much time to pick up R. But in general, what I have seen, R is little bit hard to learn. So if you still have time, so go with R, and then you can later on pick up Python. Python is much easier to learn. And about Tableau and Power BI, here in the UK, I have seen most people using Power BI, but Tableau has its own market as well. So if you can learn either of them, you will be just fine. So Power BI, I would say, because Power BI is also covered in our course, and there are a lot of internships available, and then there are many companies in the job description. They tend to mention Power BI more often than Tableau. Uh, does MSc Data Science and its applications has good scope? Yeah, data science is helping most of the business to grow and analyzing data and stuff, getting insights from the data. Because nowadays we have tons and tons of data, and not many companies are well equipped with the resources. Because there was this module called data science in the wild. So there were few companies. They're a very big company. They have turnover of around in millions. But then when we saw their data architecture and all, it was horrible. So they don't know how to manage their data, and they don't know how to make use of that data. So we gave them different type of solutions that you can do this that because we had just 2 weeks. In 2 weeks you cannot make a whole architecture and deploy it and then make a proper pipeline for them. So we had to just give them ideas. We had to make a MVP, so it was a hypothetical pipeline, so that they can, if they want to use it in their production, they could do that. So there is a scope of data science for sure. But I have also heard from some of the recruiters or some of the friends who have talked to recruiters that with this recession coming, they are cutting down on data scientists, and they are uh, more inclined towards hiring software engineers. Because, and it makes sense for me, because if they are internet company, they need their website to be running properly to be in business. And if they can not hire data scientist for like 6 months or a year, it is not going to hurt them a lot. Obviously they will not increase their profit, but then they will not die in the market. But then if they stop hiring software engineer, and then the people they already have, they will not be able to run their application at all. So there is no point in not hiring a software engineer. So that is there. But then if you, even if you are not in the UK, so, and if you want to see how's the job market, just go to LinkedIn and search for data scientist, and in location just make it UK. You will find like thousands and thousands of jobs. And some of my friends, they are applying like 100 50 to 60 jobs per day. Some people are applying for 100. So if they are applying for 50 to 60 jobs per day, UK, you know that there are a lot of jobs. But then it comes down to a lot of things, like if you need sponsorship, if the company uh, if the company is verified to sponsor your visa or not. So those are the things that you should, because when we are applying for those many jobs, we don't go to the UK website and see if they are actually uh, verified to sponsor our visa or not. We just keep on applying. But then out of maybe 60 or 50, there will be like 20 to 30 companies which will be small scale companies, and they won't be able to sponsor your job, so they will reject your application. So that is the thing. So you should actually you can just go to LinkedIn and see how many jobs are there. So there are a lot of jobs, and it's not like companies are not gonna there won't be any scope of data science. So data science scope is there, and it's not about scope or anything, because uh, when I was doing software development, I enjoyed that as well. But when I came across machine learning, and when I saw all the mathematical concepts, I love maths. So when I learned all those mathematical concepts like calculus and stuff during my school time and in my bachelor's, I used to wonder where would I use it. When I came across machine learning and deep learning, and I realized that okay, so all those mathematical concepts can be used in machine learning. So that's why I am more inclined towards this data science, machine learning, and things. And I left software development behind, and I still love it. Sometime I do it, but my main focus is on this because I really like it. So it totally depends on you. If you like software development, go for that. If you like machine learning or deep learning, go for this. If you like data analysis, go for that. If you just like Power BI and Tableau, it has a huge market for itself, so go for that. So it totally comes down to what you enjoy doing. It's not about if it has a scope or not. And if you are into IT, if I talk in general, you have to keep your skills. If you have to keep on leveling up your skills on a regular basis. If you just learn one thing and if you think you will be in the market for long, it's not possible. So yeah, that's there. um, Let me scroll down a bit. How different is the hiring process or the skill required in the UK as compared to India in terms of job? Okay. Uh, in India, I think most of the time you have to have this aptitude before all the tests. So here, it's not exactly aptitude. Here, it's a coding round. So they will give you two or three problems to solve on Hacker Rank or Hacker Earth, and you will have to solve those problems. And if you are able to do that, there are some SQL problems as well. So if you are able to solve that, you will be going for interview. So you don't have to take aptitude question. But then here there is another round. Usually it's the first round, where they will give you some scenarios, like person A and person B are working in a company, and person B has done some mistake and you don't really like it. So what will you do? You will complain about that, you will help them improve them, or there will be many options like that. So you will have to answer those questions based on your most logical answer, what you feel. So those kind of question, and many people have got rejection from that. So don't take it lightly, it is actually very important. That is there. And then some companies are still there who are asking you logical questions or aptitude questions, but then they are not as hard as what we get in India. So you should not worry about that. But if you are good with basic maths, you would be able to crack those interviews. So that's the difference. After that, it's like all the technical rounds. So they will be asking you about if they are heavy on machine learning, they will ask you machine learning. If they are heavy on data analysis, they will ask you about data analysis and hypothesis testing and all. So that is there. And then there are cultural round also. So they will just try to understand, do you fit for the company's culture or not. So they have wide variety of interview things. So it's not just technical or aptitude. So that is the difference between Indian job interview and UK job interview. Any idea on masters in data science or analytics in Australia? I don't really have much idea about Australia, so I will not comment much on it. So, but then there is one thing that if you like the country as a whole and if you like the course content, I think you should be fine. I personally liked UK because of its cold weather, so that's why I chose UK, and I like the UK culture. That's all. I think I answered this. OOPS required for data science. So yeah, do small slash mid level company also has a major data structure algorithm round for data. Like I told you, they don't really ask for very hard data structure questions or algorithm questions, but there will be these programming rounds. So if you are able to crack those programming rounds, you will be just fine. So it's not as hard. If you are able to build logic in a particular programming language, and it's not like you have to choose Python or C++, you can choose any language of your choice. So at least for first programming round, and later on, if they have specifically mentioned in the job description like they want C++, then you will have to write code in C++. But most of the times they don't really force you to stick to some particular language. They give you flexibility to choose any language, so you can choose any programming language. And if you are good with building logic, you will be fine. You don't have to worry about optimizing your code. So that's there. Should I go for data science or artificial intelligence? Again, if you are more into machine learning, deep learning, go for artificial intelligence. If you want to explore the whole process, whole pipeline, then you should go for data science. How many hours in a week do you attend classes? So we had for first semester we had like 4 classes per week, and each on an average each class were like 2 hours or something. So that was there like 8 hours or something. So it's not that bad. But for second semester we had deep learning and big data, and they were actually very intensive modules. So there we had classes almost every day, maybe not every day, but 4 days. No, not 4 days. Mm, I think it was five. Yeah, so it was 5 day. Yeah, so every day we had classes, and each classes were for 2 hours, I think. The thing is, I'm confused is because uh, I had taken one extra model which was not assessed. So I was doing that, and I had taken. I used to go to some other classes as well. So that's why I was trying to figure out if it is mandatory or not. So that's the thing. So on an average, if I talk about, it's like 8 to 10 hours per week. So that's how you will have class. But it depends on university to university. Some university will have more classes. Some universities will have less classes. So that's the thing. So on average, 8 to 10 hours. Is it better to apply for junior data analyst slash science, okay, position or graduate jobs? Can you list some pros and cons? Uh, I would suggest you to apply for all the jobs, because don't be very specific for if it is junior or graduate or senior role. Just apply for anything. I applied for a principal data scientist role, and they had mentioned specifically that they need 5 to 6 years of experience, 6 to 7 years of experience. But I don't have that much experience. But still, I ended up applying, and then they moved my application from principal data scientist to graduate role. So I would highly suggest you to apply to all the jobs and don't be very specific. Yes, if you want to stick to data science, apply to only data science roles. I didn't apply for a data analyst role because I am more into machine learning and deep learning. And if I apply for data science, data analyst, I won't be working on these things. So that's why I was very much focused on data science role. But if you don't have anything specific, go for data engineer, go for business analyst, go for data science, go for data analyst. So I would highly suggest you to apply for all the jobs. Bro, can you suggest some of the particular YouTube channel where I can find entire data science to learn so that I will not get confused through process? Okay. Uh, if you just want to stick to data science playlist, then you can check Krishnayak's channel. He has pretty good uh, tutorials there, and I think Code Basic also has that. And you can also go for Sendesk. So he has also a very nice. So these three channels you can try. And for statistics, StatQuest is very good. And for mathematical concept, three blue, one brown. So if you go to these channels, I think you would be able to find something very useful. And also, if you want to learn Python basics, I have a Python tutorial repository on GitHub. So download those IPython notebook. There I have a pretty good description about all the functions, how they work, and also I have added some practice problems at the end of the notebook. So after every notebook, you will be having something where you can practice, and that is there. Is there any agency to help us to get a job? Uh, if we don't get any sponsorship job, then is there any chance to extend our visa? You have post-study work visa, so you can stay in the UK for 2 years after completion of your course. So that is there. And about agencies, you can go to job fairs. All the universities conduct those job fairs. You can apply on different online portals. So and also register for their newsletter or notification whenever there is an opening. They will message you. And also sometimes those platforms, let's say Read or Target Job or Total Job, there are many. So if you have your account there, sometimes the recruiter from those platforms, they reach out to you. They'll be like, we have opening in this company, so would you like to apply? If you like, just send us the resume. So sometimes they also reach out to you. So that is there. I don't know about any specific agency, like if there is an office you can go and you can give your resume and they will help you. So I don't think I'm not very sure about all those things, but there are these online platforms where you can find some information. Hi, Rohan is my brother. Could you please highlight how much job for data science are available in comparison to people completing their degree in data science? A person with a good skill in DS can expect a job. Uh, One thing that I can tell you is if you are finishing your course, after that, after 6 months, like after 6 months, or within 6 months, I will say within 6 months you will be able to find something, because right now people who have started applying after first semester, they are starting to get a job. And some people are starting to get calls as well now. And after call, like you said, with good knowledge and things, you will be able to crack interviews. So yeah, I would suggest within 6 months, I think one can find a job. Hi, this is Bipul, planning for Jan 23. Skills should I learn before coming to UK, like programming and coding? Programming and coding, I would highly suggest, because that will help you progress through the course relatively easily. And if you can brush up upon mathematical concepts and the playlist which I already mentioned, so you can go through those things. So if you do do these two things, you will be fine and you will be able to grasp things in a much faster way. I'm having 3+ years of experience in SDET, so UK companies help. They to take people who switch. No. Here, I mean, people switch their field on a regular basis, so it's not a problem. You can obviously go for anything, like even if you were from mechanical and if you wanted to switch to data science, you could do that. I have seen people doing that. People in my batch, there was this girl, and she had background in pharmacy, and now she has got a job in data analysis. So that's there. So it's not like they will mind your background, but you have to show skills and interest and zeal to grow in that field. So if you are able to convince them, you will be fine. They will not hesitate to hire you. How difficult is to get a placement for applied data science program in UK? Like I told you, we have to keep on applying, and eventually we will be able to find something. So 6 month is what I am expecting. Like everybody should be able to find something within 6 months, but it also depends on your skills and how well you do in interviews. And also, it's not just about technical skills, it's also about your soft skills. So how well you are able to communicate, how well you are able to put up your ideas in front of them. How sometimes they have this presentation round. Also, I had presentation round where I had to put forward my technical project to two people. There was one technical person, and there was one non-technical person, so both should be able to understand. So there should be a right balance, that I'm covering enough technical detail, but I'm also not going too much technical that the person from non-technical background is not able to understand that. So you have to have that thing. So for a data scientist, it's very important to have good communication skills. So that is also what you should focus on. What skills employers ask for data analyst? uh, like I told you in the beginning, programming, it could be Python or R. Statistics, uh, they are very light on statistics. They usually don't uh, drill down you on statistic, but then there should be some knowledge of data statistics and data visualization and SQL. In data visualization, it could be Python or R, and the packages of Python and R, and Power BI or Tableau. So if you know any of these for dashboarding and data visualization, uh, you will be fine. So these are the skills that one should know for data analysis. If I arrive to study master, when do I apply to job? Do you recommend, or I should wait to finish? No, don't wait for your masters to finish. I would suggest first focus entirely on your course for first semester. Once your first semester is done, start applying for jobs. So make your resume in the first semester, and go to your career service team, take help from them, and once you have your resume, start applying from after your first semester. So that is the ideal time what I would suggest. I didn't know. I mean, there is question. Which one good, 1 year or 2 year data science program in Canada? So I didn't know that in Canada we have 1 year program. So I don't know, but 2 year program, I Canada is also a good place to study, and there also they have nice scores if you are able to find something which you really like. So you could go for that, but I'm not sure if there is 1 year course. But the thing about 1 year course, after taking this, I know that all other countries where they are covering this data science in 2 years, here we are covering in 1 year. So you are saving your whole 1 year, but then you are covering a lot of things in just 1 year. So you will have to give a lot of time. You will have to sacrifice your entertainment time. So that is there. So if you are ready to do that, uh, you can take 1 year course in Canada, UK, or Ireland. So yeah. Krishnayak, it's Sendex, 3 blue, 1 brown, and GitHub. StatQuest is also there, and I unable to get one more channel. Yeah, this is StatQuest. After this live stream, I will also post all the links into the description. So do check out that. That will make your life easier. Is it worth doing data science masters in UK or should I do a course in India instead? I am working at Infosys, so I wanted to understand if I can switch based on skill. Um, if you want to stay in India and if you don't fancy going outside, so you can definitely save some money and you can learn in India and you can switch to data science. That is totally possible. But if you want to explore new culture, if you want to see how things are in other country, and just for some uh, new cultural information or experience, if you want to go out, then I would suggest you to go for masters. So the thing is, why I wanted to come out was not for PR or anything. I just wanted to explore. I mean, if I wanted to go for PR, I would have either selected Canada or Ireland, but I just wanted to explore UK. The first thing is I really like UK's accent. I'll be very frank. So that was one thing, and then I really like the architecture here. Also, I like an architecture in the European countries, but sadly, after Brexit, there is nothing between UK. So my timing was wrong, but then yeah, it is what it is. So, but then it is very close to Europe. So if I want to travel to Europe, I can always do that. And if I in future I want to switch to some other country in Europe, probably I will try that as well. Or if I want to travel to Canada, probably I'll try that. So it's totally up to you. If you want, if you like traveling, if you want to explore new things, there is again a little bit of risk there because you will be going out of your country, you will be going out of your comfort zone. But then, and if you are ready to spend that much money, I would highly suggest you to go for masters in any of the country which you like. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to uh, stick to your stick to India, so you can do that as well. There are many opportunities in India as well. But this job thing is same everywhere. I was talking to someone yesterday. He had taken course from some institute, and he applied to literally like 100 plus jobs, and then he was able to find something, but then he eventually found. So that is the positive thing. So it's always important to keep applying, and whatever, if you like to stay in India, that's good for you. If you want to explore new places, again, master is a good program. I am from non-technical background. Is it enough to learn Python and R for data science? Yes, that is totally, that is more than enough, because most of the companies that are working on data science, they prefer to do programming in Python and R. But then there are some companies who would like to program in C++. So but then that's a very small market. So for majority of the market, you will be fine with Python and R. Applied AI course helped a lot. Uh, that course is not there anymore, and I don't think it's worth taking after it has joined with Scalar. But when it was there, it was literally one of the best courses, and I learned so much from that. And the teaching which they had, it was phenomenal. And the good thing about that course was the assignments were hard as compared to other institute, because if you go to some of the other institute, there they are asking you to predict house price and working on iris dataset, titanium dataset, that those are very toy dataset, and companies don't even look into those projects anymore. But then the assignments that we had for applied AI course, it was really good. They actually challenged you to think in different ways and come out with solution. And it's not like they had left you to be in the sea all alone. The format of the assignment was really good. They had explained everything step by step, so you just had to follow the steps. So in that regard, it was easy. but then you are actually solving a complex program problem. So if you actually solve those programs or problems by not simply blindly following the steps, actually thinking about those things, it would really help you. And it's not that hard, but if you don't know enough programming, and if you just blindly following those steps that they have given, then it will become next to impossible to solve those problems. So yes, it actually helped me a lot. Any source suggestions to refer for doing pet projects in analysis? By the way, planning to do MSc next September. Thanks. Um, Kaggle is the best place. There you can go and you can search for exploratory data analysis or search for data analysis. There will be many people, they have posted their notebooks analyzing one or the other data. So whichever data excites you, so you can do that. I was just after my first semester, I had a little bit of time and I was just bored. So I wanted to do something, and I went to Kaggle, and then I searched for. I am very much interested in Formula One, so practice one is going on right now. It started at 12. It is about to finish, but yeah, live stream is very important. Helping people is very important. So I am spending my time here. So yeah. Go to Kaggle, search, and I was searching for Formula One driver dataset. I could not find. So what I did, I made a small web scraper. So I downloaded like 20 drivers from 2022 season, and downloaded their images, and I made a normal driver detection application. So just for fun. But then I was not able to find the dataset on Kaggle. But if you just go on Kaggle and if you search for something, you will be able to find, there are tons of dataset, and that's how you will be able to find some interesting notebooks as well. And that's how you will know that in what way people are doing a particular analysis. So yeah, you can do that. Is there any scope for data science in future? I think I've answered this. What's my future plan? I'm just going. I mean, I'm very honest, So I've told you many things, so I don't really hide anything. So I'm just going with the flow for now. Uh, if I like after 2 years, because for first year or second year, people tend to like new places, but then you actually get to know about that place, and is it actually for your interest or not, that you only get after certain year, right? So I'll be here in the UK for next 2 year as well, and if I actually like it, then I will try my best to get a sponsorship job, and maybe get PR or something. But if not, then I will probably try some other country or something like that. And also I'm working on some of my own ideas, projects, startup ideas. So those things are also going on. And there I have YouTube also. So I'm investing a lot of time here interacting with you guys because it's fun. I mean, I didn't know that live stream would be so much fun. That's why I never did it. But after doing it for the first time last time, actually last time with all the technical issues, I was just holding the phone for like more than an hour like this, and then after the stream, my shoulder was sore for like whole day. But then today I made sure that everything is working fine. So hopefully it's going very well for now, and I'm actually enjoying it. So YouTube is there, but then without your support on YouTube, it's next to impossible to do because, like I told you, it takes quite a lot of time. And it's not just YouTube. From YouTube, people are coming on my LinkedIn and then they're asking questions there, and I'm spending almost 2 hours or more than that there also. So it is actually taking quite a lot of time. And to do a video, it's not like I just sit in front of camera and I talk for like 10-20 minutes. That's all. To do those 10-20 minutes, it takes hours and hours of research in the background, and after doing the video, you have to spend like another hour or something to edit those videos. So there's a lot of things that you have to do. So I'm doing that as well. And then there is this data science projects and all those things that I'm doing. So for now, I'm just focusing on things which I have right now. And like I told you, for future, I will just see if I'm actually liking UK, so I will stick to it. But if not, then we'll see something next. So yeah, that's my future plan. Which university is best for MSc Data Science in the UK? If you don't have any budget restriction, go for University of Edinburgh. It's one of the best universities for computer science AI research in the world. So University of Edinburgh. Bro, what is the percentage of getting admission in the UK for MS? I think most people tend to get. It depends on profile as well, but it's not very hard to find admission in the UK. Even in Ireland, I think it's not hard. In most of the countries, you will find something. Uh, but if we just talk about UK, it's not that hard. I have actually made a video how to choose university for masters. So in that, I have discussed about divide the universities in three different sections, and based on that, apply to all the three sections, and you will be able to find something in one of them. So I will also leave that video link in the description. So that is there. I mean, you can check out that video after this live stream. What is the salary for data in the UK? Starting salary would be around 25 to 28, even 30 or something, and it can go all the way up to 80 to 100k depending on your experience, relevant experience, knowledge, all those things. So it ranges from that. How is University of Glasgow for data science? It's a very good university. I had offer from University of Glasgow, but the only reason I didn't choose University of Glasgow was because I preferred the course structure of Newcastle University, and also in Newcastle University, I had all the assessment based on the project that we are doing. And in Glasgow University, at least for last year, they had written exams. I don't know about this year, so do check out with the people who are doing their course this year. So yeah, that is there. So because of those two things, I didn't take Glasgow University, but it's a really good university, and I think in world ranking they are at 70 or something. So if you care about world ranking, it's good in world ranking as well. So this is the last question. Okay, there is another. University of Greenwich is good for non-technical background. I think I replied to you on LinkedIn with all these things. But yeah, I think they are covering for. If you can quickly paste the course link here in the chat, I can just go through that because, like I told you, I saw a lot of courses, but I still remember and I still think that they are covering programming. So yeah, it's good for non-technical people as well. Bro, for the past 1 year, I have been working in startup in Snowflake. That's good. And SQL. Now I have enrolled for this in GL. By the time course ends, I would have 2 years of experience. So will company. Yes, of course. SQL is very much in demand. Snowflake is also. Most of the companies tend to prefer with this. So yes, you will have a relevant experience, and you seem to be on a very good track. But one thing I would suggest you is don't rely only on GL placement team. Once you feel like you have completed significant amount of course content, try to apply on your own, and that should help you. No, it doesn't matter. World ranking of the university doesn't really matter, and I don't really care because, like I told you, University of Glasgow ranks around 70, and Newcastle University ranks around 150 or something. But still, I went with Newcastle University rather than Glasgow, and I don't regret any of my decision about that. I was really happy joining Newcastle University, and I had really good experience. And now I also have offer in my hand, so for me it worked out very well. And so yeah, that's the thing. I personally don't think that ranking matters that much. How is University of Sunderland for 2 years? um, Sunderland, I haven't heard much about the university, to be honest, and I haven't seen their course content, so I can't really comment. But I would suggest you to just post the link of data science course from Sunderland University on probably uh, get on probably LinkedIn. So, or just post the link in the comment section, not in the chat. In the comment section, I will go through the uh, I will go through the course content. I will let you know after the stream. How much statistics and Python is required for business analyst job? How much? Uh, I mean, you don't have to spam. I'm replying to all the questions. How much statistics? So if you are good with probability and different type of distributions that we have, I will also cover mathematical part here. Okay, it's business analyst. Oh, business analyst. For business analysts, I don't think you really need too much statistics because there all you have to do is interact with client, take the problem statement, convert it into a technical problem statement, and give it to your data analyst team. So that is what the job of business analyst is. So yeah, that's there. You don't really need much statistics, but if you have a little bit of knowledge about probability, hypothesis testing, and things like that, p-value and all those things, so you will be fine. I have admit from Cardiff University for MSc Data Science and now planning to defer my admit for September 23. Any review call? Cardiff University is a very good university and a reputed university. It has a good name in the market. And as far as I recall, I think the course content is good as well. And to be honest, most of the universities, I'm just talking about data science courses, not any other data analyst or course. So most of the universities who are covering this data science as part of their course or as part of their curriculum, they are good, except for one or two exceptions maybe. But most of the universities are covering all the essential parts. So some universities are covering programming, which in my case was not relevant because I was comfortable with programming. But if you are someone who is okay, I will just give you an idea what you should actually look for in a course so that you will be able to figure out uh, which is good and which is not. So if you are from non-technical background and if you are not good with programming, I would suggest you to go with some course which is actually covering programming. But still, I would suggest you if you have time, learn programming beforehand before joining the course. So that is the programming, and then they are covering some sort of statistics and mathematical part. It should be a must in a course, and after that, data analysis, data visualization should be there in the course. Machine learning and deep learning. Sometimes universities mention only machine learning, and inside machine learning module they cover deep learning as well. But some universities mention them separately. So make sure the university is covering machine learning and deep learning both. So these are the things which I would highly appreciate if it is there in data science course, but also it depends what you are looking from the course. So yeah, that's there. Thanks for all your answers, bro. Keep rocking. Thank you. All the best. All the best to you too. Thank you. All the best. All the best to you too. Dina, Aditya, Abhishek. All the best to you guys. Rehan also. Is it possible to manage part-time job in the UK? Do universities allow us? You can definitely do part-time job, but I would suggest for first semester stick to your course. After that, once you will feel like uh, you have some time and now you are able to go smoothly with the course, then only take part-time job. I would not suggest you to go to UK and from the first month start doing part-time jobs. It will not work out as long as you have good amount of knowledge of data science already, so assignments are very easy for you and you have a lot of time. In that case, you can obviously do part-time job from day one, but I would suggest you to give some time to course, and then when you are very much comfortable with the course and with the flow of that, you can do part-time job. It is totally possible. I am targeting top 10 universities in data science. Can you suggest some good consultancies which will help me? I personally feel that applying for consultancy is not a good idea, but yeah, at least for visa process and things, life get little easier if you go for consultancy. But it's not like you have to mandatorily apply from that consultancy to ask for visa help. But if you want something, Leap Scholar, I think they are good. You can try them. So Leap Scholar could be good. Or yeah, I think Leaf Scholar. There was one more, but I can't recall their name. But yeah, Leaf Scholar should be fine. How to make report in MSc data science? It's a big thing. I mean, I cannot just tell you in like 2 3 sentences. I will make a dedicated video for that. But the important thing is use good grammar, use a story sort of thing, and it should not feel like disconnected from different parts. So if you are writing introduction and you are finishing introduction and now you are moving to objectives, you should not break a link from introduction to objective. It should flow in one it should be in one flow. So that should be the thing. These are the thing, but then and also you should explain things in depth. And if you have mathematical equations used in your assignments, use mathematical equations and explain all the different parameters. And one thing very important is don't forget to add comments in your code base. So adding comment is a very vital thing about writing report or documentation. Those things. Yeah. Hmm. Bro, you told having Snowflake knowledge is advantage, but I am dealing with only querying in Snowflake, like manipulating with table. Will it be enough? At least you have knowledge. I mean, people who don't have any knowledge or people have zero knowledge about this thing, so you still have upper hand to those people, right? So if you want to grow your knowledge even further, I think you still have one more year in your company. So you can expand your knowledge in Snowflake if you like. But I would suggest you to focus on other essential parts of data science, and whatever knowledge you have about Snowflake, it should be fine. So don't worry much about that. Particular industry in data analysis or job role in which I will get enough time for my government exam preparation after working hours in. Hmm, actually, preparing for government exam is tough. My friend is doing that, and he's doing full time, and still he's finding it hard. So, and also data analysis job is not that easy. And especially in India, I don't know about here how it will be because obviously I have not worked in industry. Once I will be in industry, then only I'll be able to tell you. But then in India, uh, your working hour is not just your working hour. You know, you will have to sometimes support on your weekends as well, and you work for like more than 12 hours. Because I have a friend, she is working in some company, and then every day she's working more than 12 hours. So it becomes hectic. So I don't know if there is any industry where you will have more time for this, but I can suggest you some companies. Maybe there your life will be much easier. For example, Infosys probably. So Infosys could be a company where if you can find a data analysis role, and but then it is again based on your luck. So don't mark my word. If your project is lightweight, you will get more time. But if a project is not that small, and if it's a very intensive project, and if they are having very less people in that project, then you will have to work for like hours and hours. So it also depends on the manager that you get. So that is there. So sorry, I mean, I can't comment on any particular industry that will give you less work so that you can focus on government jobs. Nowadays, most of the companies has requirements of MLOps along with basic data science knowledge. Do you have any resource for MLOps? I don't really have any resource, and so for now, even I'm not focusing on MLOps. But yes, you have put forward a very good point. Some of the companies are actually mentioning MLOps, so I have a plan. So if I'm able to find something, relevant or some very good playlist, I will either put it in the short video or on the community post. So those kind of things, or if it's a very good thing and if it's a good playlist or something, if it needs a lot of explanation, then I will probably make a dedicated video about that. So if you want that, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Roshan. But is it true for applying through a consultancy firm boost chances? No, I don't think so. Because I tried both. I applied from consultancy as well. I applied on my own, and the application which I applied on my own, I got admit way faster than what I applied from consultancy. And then I thought of looking into the application process and what all things they filled. I was not really happy with that because they are filling application process for like hundreds of people, not just you. But then if you are filling application process, if you are filling the application on your own, you will take your time, you will fill all the details properly, and there are chances that university will uh, give you offer. So you can try both like I did. So you can apply using consultancy as well. You can apply for some of the universities on your own as well, and see uh, what happens. So yeah, that's there. Let me take some water. I think we have reached to the end of the questions. Do we have any other question? I mean, we are over 1 hour, but it's fine. I can answer if you still have. But if not, post it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to reply to them. And don't hesitate to reach out to me on LinkedIn. But like I told you, it might take some time to get back to you because I get like lots and lots of questions, and it takes a lot of effort and time to reply to all the messages because I don't believe in one liner. I try to explain my answer why I think like that, and yeah, I want to help you as much as I can. I think Warwick and Bath are considered to be good universities for data science, and then Bristol. And also, I think Warwick and Bath are better for uh, data science. So if you pick either of them, you will not go wrong. If you pick Bristol also, you will not go wrong. But I would say Bath or Warwick. So that's there. So yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the video at until this point, like the video and do subscribe to the channel. I hope we get more subscribers. We are about to reach 6,000, and we are still like 100 subscribers far. And I hope we'll be able to do that soon, and we'll grow our family even more so that I'll be able to help you even more. And the thing about I told you about these sponsored video and stuff. Uh, Sponsorship is not bad, but when company restrict you to just talk about positive things, I don't believe in that because, and on top of that, when these YouTubers lie to their audience, that is something what makes me angry. I mean, that day morning, I saw those videos, and that whole day was spoiled for me. I mean, I was so angry. I didn't get any. I wasn't in mood to do anything, but then eventually, I had to get over my mood, and then I have to work on things because there are a lot of things to do. So that's there. So I hope, not I hope, but I try to be like as truthful as I could, and I always tell everything frankly on camera, so I don't try to hide anything. And that's the reason I prefer not to take sponsorship because they will add a layer of abstraction between you guys and me, which I don't like. I want to be truthful to you people. So, and don't worry, if I take a sponsorship in future, it will not be because the company want me to talk about positive thing. If I truly believe that a platform is worth mentioning in my video, then only I will take sponsorship. If I could get a sponsorship from them, then only I will mention. Beside that, I don't believe in lying to people. So that is not what I do. So, all right. I hope you are guys found something informative from this video or this live stream, and I really enjoy doing these things. And I will see my schedule, and I will see if I can do more live streams. If I could, then I will do multiple live streams in the coming weeks. So we'll see about that, and I will let you know, guys, uh, through the community post. So that is there. So yeah, thank you all. Thank you for joining, and yeah, then see you in the next video and next live stream also. So yeah, see you all. Bye. Have a good day. My brother is also here now, Rohan Pandey, and Rupa is my friend. So yeah, guys, I will just end this stream.